What is going on, everyone? Welcome to our wild card weekend Sunday live stream. We have 3 games on the slate with Sunday, and then we're going to go over this Monday night football game between the Vikings and the Rams. Yesterday, we saw Haas's Ravens dog walk my Steelers and the Texans. I had to think about what that first game was. Texans absolutely murder the Chargers. Two pretty, I'm going to say, uneventful games. I'm hoping we get some better games today. With this Broncos Bills game starting us out at 1 o'clock. Broncos are an 8.5-point underdog on the road in Buffalo at Highmark Stadium. Over under at 48. Bills money line is minus 500. Broncos plus 375. I'm going to stick to my original take on most of these playoff games. I wish I would have done it in the Steelers game last night, but obviously would have been rooting against my boys at certain points. I'm going to take the under 48 here. I think this is going to be a little bit lower scoring, slow start for this Buffalo team. A lot of people are picking the Broncos to hang around, possibly win this game as an upset. I think the Bills will prevail. I'm going to take the under 48. Hopefully that Bills defense can, set some plays up there where they can kind of confuse Nix, the young rookie quarterback, that young Broncos offense. I look for the Broncos defense to contain Josh Allen, that high-flying Bills offense. I like the under 48. I don't know the exact score prediction with the spread, but I'm leaning on that under 48. Mackie, let me know which way you're going here for Broncos at Bills.
Yeah, I'm going to keep it short. You have a rookie quarterback going into Highmark, going to play Josh Allen in the first round of his playoffs, his first playoff appearance. I don't think it's going to be very pretty for him. I think Bo Nix is going to have a really rough day. He hasn't played great against great competition this year. Obviously, he played great last week against the second string Chiefs team, and got him into the playoffs. But you got to go into Highmark now. Never easy to go into Highmark. We saw the Steelers do it last year and got absolutely blown out. I think it's going to look a lot like that. Josh Allen's going to roll. I can see Bills by 3 possessions.
Yeah, Mackie, like you said, it's a tough place to go on the road anywhere in the playoffs. I think we saw that yesterday. And I know some people may not have thought yesterday was a great wild card day. I thought it was terrific. I was on those Texans, I was on those Ravens, and hit that to a T. If you saw those picks we posted earlier in the week, a lot of people clowning, trying to say, oh, the Chargers are going to win. Steelers have a chance to win. No, we told you he was going to win those games, and they did it to a T. Today, we have 3 tougher ones, a lot closer matchups here. I don't know why, chat. Let me know if you're agreeing with me. I think the Broncos low-key have a chance to cover this game. That's a lot of points for a hot team. You talk about the Steelers who went into Highmark last year, got their doors blown off. However, this is a much different Broncos team than that Steelers team. They have a very solid quarterback, young quarterback with a great head coach in Sean Payton, a defense that's been firing on all cylinders all season long, and they're playing good football coming in. They're not cold like we saw some of those teams yesterday going into the playoffs. This team is firing on all cylinders. That defense is solid. They have playmakers in Cortland Sutton. They have a nasty running back trio there with McLaughlin. They have Williams and Estime. I think it's going to be a lot closer than people expect. I think the Bills are going to start off slow. I do think the Bills end up winning this game. There's not a piece of me that has the Broncos winning. However, I think there is a point that the Broncos could cover this game here. I'm going to take the Bills on the money line here. Them and the Ravens are my favorite home teams to get the job done, so I'm not going to go against it. I like James Cook to find the end zone. I like Josh Allen to find the end zone, but I think it's going to be a very competitive football game here. Haas, what are you thinking about Broncos Bills?
Honestly, I kind of agree with a lot of the things you said there. Like I said, Bo Nix is a young quarterback, obviously going into a really tough atmosphere there in Buffalo, but he's not a baby. He's 25 years old, 24 years old. He knows how to get things done in a tough environment. Like you said, he's beaten teams before. He obviously couldn't hang around when he played my Ravens earlier in the year, but that defense is stingy. That Denver Broncos defense knows how to clamp, and I really think that they have an opportunity to knock out one of the top seeded teams in the AFC today, obviously, in a tough matchup in Buffalo. Obviously, it's going to be cold over there, and I really think they're going to have to pound the rock and put the ball in the hands of, like you said, all 3 of those running backs in Denver. But like I said, you got to take that defense. Obviously, they're known for giving people problems, and I really think Patrick Surtain led defense is going to be really big issues for Josh Allen. I think he's going to have to put the Superman cape on. Maybe you have to do a little bit too much as well, so you might see him get a little bit loose with the ball. But I'm actually thinking about carding and even taking. I have him in my bracket, thinking about taking the upset today with the Broncos. Not necessarily just because I'm a Ravens fan and I don't want to see Josh Allen down the line, but I actually think this Broncos team is getting written off by a lot of people just because they're trying to play a guy who's been in the MVP conversation all year, but obviously not going to win it. But like I said, I really like the Broncos today. This is going to be a tough spot. Really excited for this game.
Quick question: Are we forgetting that Bo Nix is still a rookie? and he's never played in a playoff game.
The
And
fakest rookie we've ever seen.
historically,
Yeah,
rookie
fakest
quarterbacks
rookie
going
ever.
into play against, especially a quarterback like Josh Allen, do not succeed.
Think
Yeah,
about
that's
it
why
too, though, Mackie. Like that is right, but also like Sean Payton knows he's been here before.
So
This
does
is going to be a tough game for a lot of people, but I think he's going to have this team ready. And I
that was
really
the
think
conversation about Harbaugh yesterday too. Oh, Chargers got a new head coach. They have a good defense now. Justin Herbert's going to get the job done. 32-12.
Yeah, but is it bad to say that? Like, I feel a little bit more confident in Bo Nix than I did about Justin
No,
Herbert.
it's
Like,
not because Bo Nix isn't a known loser in the playoffs. So I guess he
that's
doesn't
true.
really have
Yeah, he doesn't have his narrative
he
set
doesn't
yet.
have that narrative yet. But I mean, it's
How
it's
big would it be if he wins this game then for his narrative?
Oh,
Like, how big is
it would
that?
be absolutely huge, and I think that would change a lot for this Broncos team. And Tim Tebow is the only quarterback drafted by the Broncos to win a playoff game.
That's a
So that would
crazy
be
stat.
that would be the second quarterback.
Thanks to Tebow.
I
Would you
guess-
be shocked though? Like, would you actually be shocked if you see Bo Nix come in and upset the Bills?
I would be shocked. Yes.
How can you not
Like-
be shocked if they come in and win this game in Highmark? You know how good the Bills play in Highmark.
I think
That-
it's going to
that
be
is true.
close, though. I like the Broncos to cover that large spread. I think they're a good enough team to get these points and actually backdoor cover it.
Ace, you think it's a situation like last night where the Steelers had a chance to go down, and it was basically like they had no chance of winning that game. It was more of a backdoor opportunity.
I think it's going to start closer, and I think the Bills pull away later. Like I said, I think that the Bills start slow. They haven't had any big games lately. The Bills, they've been able to pound those Patriots. I know they ended up losing in Week 18 with all their backups in. But
Who do you
they
think has
also
a
have
day
the-
then, Alex? Like you said, like what does it
James
look
Cook,
like?
Josh Allen. I expect James Cook to find the end zone, Josh Allen to find the end zone. Those receivers haven't been able to step up for the Bills, but they
It's
haven't
going to be a
needed
tough
too
one
much
today
this year.
too.
Yeah, against that secondary, but I think that the Broncos are going to end up making this closer than we think, but the Bills end up winning the game in the end. It's going to be tough here. I like the Bills to be able to put up enough touchdowns at home though and rally the troops, have a big second half comeback. McDermott's been able to do that time and time again. He's been able to have a good second half. But like Mackie said, you can't expect the rookie quarterback to go on the road and get the job done. I do think he keeps it close. The chat is getting pretty crazy here. Chat talking about some people saying Denver on the money line. Some people saying y'all are slamming the Bills minus 500. Well, if you listen to our podcast all week, my play was the Ravens on the money line, the Bills on the money line. I think that was the safest bet you could have had. I know that's still not even great odds, but yeah, I mean, I think that this
What was
Bills
it,
team
minus
gets the job done.
300?
Nah,
Wait, so you're
minus
taking
about-
the Broncos with the
minus about
points? Or you're
like
taking the
200.
Bills straight up, Alex?
I like the Bills to win the game, and I like the Broncos to cover.
Okay.
I think it's going to be starting slow. I like the under on the first half. That's something Huff and I talk about in a lot of these games, and I like to pick up in the second half there. Look for the Broncos are going to need big play touchdowns to get it going. This Bills defense has stepped up to the task all year long. However, I still don't think they're one of the toughest units. If you saw these two units on paper, I'd take the Broncos defense. However, like you said, this is MVP Josh Allen. He should be able to have his way and be able to get it done. He's going to have to carry the load again, but he's done it all year. Don't expect anything different today.
Big play from Abik today. He said Abik Patel shouting out Von Miller sack. You get some pretty good odds on that one. That'd be a nice little play for you if you're looking to get a defensive prop in there. Obviously, Von Miller going against his former team over there in Denver. But like I said, it's going to be a really good one. This is the most anticipated game for me. I really want to see what this Bills team can do against the Broncos because we stomped them earlier in the year when they were playing great football. So let's see how Josh Allen can do. Everybody else is MVP.
Mackie, someone in the chat goes, Mets guy speaking facts.
Yeah, about that
Gross.
rookie
Must be a
quarterback.
Mets
take.
fan.
That rookie
Mets
quarterback take is facts, though. I mean, when else are they going to win a game? I think the best chance might be tonight's game on Sunday Night Football. However, I'm still taking him to lose that one too, but we'll get to that one here shortly. A lot of people asking about it. What about Allen 2 passing TDs? Anybody think that's a possibility? I like him to run one in more if I'm going with an Allen stat.
I think he gets in with his feet at least once, but yeah, you could see 2 passing touchdowns too. People forget what he could do with the football. You watch Lamar Jackson, Josh Allen plays a lot like that. He extends plays, finds people downfield. That play yesterday where the Justice Hill touchdown, it was incredible. He was just creating time and space. Justice Hill was blocking.
He was blocking for 5 seconds,
yeah,
and then he just gets
away,
there's
and
no one over here.
You can't guard that. There's no way to guard that. And that's exactly how Josh Allen plays too. I think we're going to see a lot of the same play style today.
We talked about a lot with the Steelers. How are they going to be able to produce offense to win a game? Let's talk about it with the Broncos here. What's it going to take for the Broncos to win this game, be competitive?
Cortland Sutton.
Cortland Sutton
Run
on the
the
big
ball.
plays? Is it going to be Deshaun Vile? Is it going to be those running backs? Who's going to step up in that realm too? Or Bo Nix with his feet? I think it's going to have to be a Bo Nix masterclass, getting it done through the air and on the ground.
You're asking a lot out of a rookie
keep it
quarterback in a
close.
tough atmosphere.
Just
Yeah.
to keep it close, he's going to have to do that.
Yep.
I mean, that defense is going to keep it close too. That's the other thing. Like, I don't think Josh Allen's going to be putting up crazy points. Like you guys said, I think this is going to be a slow start. I like the first half under here, and it might even like the full game under, just because I don't think they're going to be high flying at all. I think this is going to be a really tough points to come by. That's why I don't know necessarily the 2 touchdown passes from Josh Allen, but like you said, running the ball, I think whoever can run the ball and keep the ball out of the hands of the other team is going to win this game.
Yeah, the Broncos are going to have
free football.
The Broncos are going to have to keep Josh Allen and co. under 20 points, in my opinion, to get a win. That's not a very easy task. That's why I like the Bills to be able to win this game eventually. However, I think 8.5 is a really good number. If you could tease it too, that's not a bad spot to be in. Chat, any other thoughts, last thoughts? Cook, Allen, anytime TDs. Erica, that's my favorite play right there. That's what I've been waiting on the whole time. That guy saying it's going to be a game. I do think it's going to be a good game. I really do. No, Bo Nix over 189. It's a tough number. I think you should be able to get it, especially playing from behind. Big play capability as well. Someone asked about Josh Allen passing over 280. Not too sure about that. Like I said, it's Josh Allen touchdown.
What's the weather like in Buffalo too? Can we get a Doppler weather report in Buffalo right now?
Yeah, chat. Let me know. Anybody up in Buffalo right now getting over to the game? I don't think you have to break out your shovels to get the stadium cleared today, but I do think it's going to be pretty cold there.
Shovel your own seat day at Highmark Stadium.
30 in flurries, you said, Jess?
Just cold. Oof. According to Anthony Rivera, just cold. Always cold there. Bo Nix, no stranger to the cold, though, playing in Denver, playing in Oregon.
I was going to say, Apple Weather says 32 at kickoff.
Yeah. 32 and clear. Should be a great one. Look for James Cook. Look for Josh Allen to find the end zone. We got 2 more competitive games coming up. Chat, let's get into those ones.
Absolutely. Our next game on the slate, 4:30 p.m., we have the Green Bay Packers heading to the Philadelphia Eagles. Eagles are a 5.5-point favorite in this one now. Over under at 45.5. Eagles money line is minus 275. Packers at plus 225. And I forgot to make you guys aware of this. We do have a caller calling in to discuss this Eagles-Packers game.
Oh, my God.
Jesse, if you could bring him over.
If this is who I think it is,
Chat's going crazy right now over the Packers. A lot of people on that money line there.
I love the
Packers. I have the Eagles going to the Super Bowl in our bracket. While we await our guests, let it be known, Mackie and I are the only ones remaining with perfect brackets on the podcast for the Super Bowl predictions here. Huff, Jesse, Haas, come on, figure it out, boys. Big Sunday here to rate the ship.
Steelers.
Why, we all took the Chargers?
No, they took the Steelers. You took Hoff 0 for 2, Jesse 1 for 2, Haas 1 for 2, Mackie and I. Perfect. Home dogs for the Texans barking. Come on.
I
took the Packers in this one. I actually have the Packers going to the Super Bowl.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
All right, just wait. Just wait. I'll put on my cheese hat. I love Jordan. I don't know why people write off Jordan Love so much.
No, I know, but this Eagles team has
good defense and they run the ball.
This Eagles team has the capability to be able to make a Super Bowl run.
And they have the capability to get everybody pissed off.
This is my weariest matchup. This is my weariest matchup right here for the Eagles. Is this first round one? Because we saw how good the Green Bay Packers were in round 1 of the wild card. Shout out to Kyle Coughlin tuning in. He's right there with you, Haas. He loves the Packers here. He's like, I got him going
that's my
too.
guy. That's why.
Cogs. Yeah, I mean, those AFC North heads don't really know what's going on in football. Look at these Steelers fans. Look at these Ravens fans and Browns fans. Mackie and I, meanwhile, no dogs.
I almost had a perfect card yesterday. What are you talking about? The Chargers are the ones that screwed me.
Yeah, I don't know why you would take the Chargers. It was the Texans all along. Come on,
one of America's Chargers.
They haven't been playing good at all. Like they didn't look like that at all. Like as these last weeks.
That was last year too. I mean, they went into that game against the Browns, and the Browns had that stellar defense, and CJ Stroud put up like 48 points on them.
Yeah, and you know what else though? Coming in this Packers team, I mean, come on. Matt LaFleur, Robert Saleh on the sidelines. Matt LaFleur is one of the best coaches in the NFL. He has people going. And look at what they did to the Mackies Cowboys last year in the wild card round. One of the toughest 7 seeds to the date. But Jalen Hurts is the reason that I am taking the Eagles here. He's healthy. I know he's not 100%, but if he's under center, I like
as you should.
This guy.
As you fucking should.
Yo, what's wrong?
As
You
you
your
should.
camera working?
Because you got the biggest dick eater, the biggest hater in Eagles history. Fucking Michael Lombardi himself. Fucking Lambo Mackey. Fucking Packer Mackey all up there. Fucking Jordan Love, Josh Jacobs, won the fucking. Oh, dude, you're such a fucking hater. Just because we beat the brakes off you, beat the brakes off you, and now you root for a team that belt to ass you in the playoffs last year.
How
Belt to fucking ass.
how's Jalen Hurts feeling? Is his head feeling
Oh,
okay?
he's fine, dude. He's
Take a
gonna come
little
out, throw
Tylenol?
for fucking 300 yards, fucking run the ball in, give it to Saquon, AJ Brown, a little bit of here, a little bit of there. Dude, it's gonna be a fucking ass whooping.
Oh, dude, I wish I could
Dude,
see you right now.
Hey,
It's-
chat,
oh,
chat.
hold
Let
on.
us know what you think about having an authentic Philly fan on the call, probably already drunk
who do
3
you
days
think's gonna
ago,
win
getting
this
ready for the
game?
game.
So who do you think's gonna win this game, Jim?
You even gotta fucking ask that? I mean, I'm gonna.
Give me a score prediction, Beal.
Oh, score prediction? Like 48 to like 30. Like
78 total points.
78 points
Belt
here in
to
this game.
ass.
48
belt
to 30.
ass.
That's just a classic Philly fan here. We heard it here first.
And I'll be back next Sunday, and then the fucking Sunday after that.
You want
and
to
then
you want to
the
recap
Super
that
Bowl
Packers game
wins.
next week?
Huh?
You want to recap that Packers game next week?
I'm not even gonna do recap because I'm gonna be drunk as fuck. I'm gonna be in Philadelphia. I'm gonna be in the home state, and it's just gonna be like I can't be there today, for work issues, saving the country and all that. But
Jim, you're on base.
but now I got it. Now I'm back. Now I'm gonna be back next weekend, next Sunday. Fucking, I'll be there. Put my little mojo on like I did with the Phillies. I'll be back.
Bill, does it always go Birds? Is it an automatic lock of the week here to throw
It's
all the
always
bank
go
account on
fucking
the Eagles?
Birds. Fucking jack that lineup. -5, man. -10. -10.
All right, for real.
-14.
For real here, you actually think they cover the 5.5?
Yeah.
You think it's
For
not even
sure.
you think it's not even close. You don't think Jordan Love has a chance to do something against this defense?
No.
Are you
You got
worried
the
about
fucking-
Jalen Hurts coming off of injury at all, or is Jalen Hurts a full
Well,
go?
it's
Is he
it's-
getting the tush push going?
It's
Are
a
they
little
gonna
minor
use him like that?
concussion.
It's
It's a
a
little minor
concussion.
concussion.
Yeah, so you gonna see any tush push, or are they gonna be worried about getting injured again?
We'll probably just run with Saquon.
Oh, fuck, I forgot you guys have a fucking 2,000-yard run.
Yeah. You did forget that, huh?
Jordan Love is gonna have a good game. I think Josh Jacobs finds the end zone as well. I think it's closer than you think. Listen, I had to put an upset in there, and obviously I'd like to see the Eagles lose.
Yeah. No, I saw the
Mackie,
upset.
he texted me. He texted
I-
me.
I
Oh
commented.
God,
Like,
Bill, the
need to
chat
come
is
in
coming.
and
hater.
The
talk to
chat
him
is
about
coming
the
after Philly right now. Is that liquid crack with a high-scoring Philly blowout? Average delusional Eagles fan. Buddy is concussed like Hurts.
This guy, oh my God.
coming at him.
It's probably a bunch of fucking Steeler and Ravens fans, all dudes fucking watching the inside from the playoffs, watching them their fucking team get belted to ass. The Steelers, sorry guys, I was rooting for you guys.
I was gonna say the Ravens. We were fine. We
Not
had a
the
good
Ravens.
team.
The Ravens.
We
the
were
Ravens.
fine. Are you
yeah,
kidding me?
you guys were
I
fine.
loved that game.
Yeah, the Chargers. That game was fucking terrible.
I'll
You're
tell you what
definitely-
though. I'll tell you what though. Right here, I really think that Jalen Hurts is a huge boost to this Eagles offense. That's why I have them winning this game and going on a deep run all the way to the Super Bowl. Yeah, I have the Chiefs beating them when they get there, but this Eagles team with Jalen Hurts healthy is a force to be reckoned with. That defense is clamps. I don't know how teams are going to be able to get the ball moving through the air. Those rookies on the outside have done their job. They got a nice pass rush up front, and Saquon Barkley is the best running back in the NFC. Look for him to find the end zone. Look for Josh Jacobs to find the end zone. That's a great play right there.
The Great White
Yeah.
Hopes.
I
Keep it
agree.
going.
I'm also on the Eagles. I wish I would have got it at the 4.5 before Hurts was announced here, but I like the Eagles minus the 5.5. I think they handle business here at home. Packers, they've been playing some inconsistent ball over the past few weeks. Obviously, they've looked good at times. They've looked bad at times. I think this Eagles defense and playing at the link is going to be a little bit too much for the Packers today. I'll take the Eagles on the spread.
Everyone on the damn Eagles. Nobody thinks the Packers have a chance.
Oh, Hoss is on the Packers.
Just got
He's
one
them
thing
going
to
the
say before I
I like
leave.
the Packers, honestly. Like
Get
I like the
over!
Eagles. I like the Eagles too, but honestly, like I just don't think they'll be able to get it done against this Packers team. I really like what Jordan Love has going right now, and I think this running game for the Packers has been really good as well. I've talked about it so many times in the live stream throughout the weeks. They have a lot of weapons on the outside. I think that pass coverage by the Eagles is good, and they're going to be a little bit more stingy than people think. But I still think the Packers have enough to get it done. I think they're going to hang around. This poorly coached Eagles team is going to be a little bit exposed, I think. And I think this Packers team has a real chance to go far in this playoffs.
Yeah, that being said, a lot of people asking about Saquon anytime touchdowns, Josh Jacobs anytime touchdown. I think it's a great play to parlay the two new toys that they got in free agency to get in the end zone here. We've seen them give them the ball early and often. I think a lot of people get scared away with that Saquon Barkley touchdown because of the Jalen Hurts tush push coming off of concussion. Let's think about this. I think that they give it to their guy, get him into the end zone. When's the last time Saquon Barkley played a meaningful football game? Might have been back at Jesse's Penn State, so I think he's going to be psyched and ready to go today. However, this is the scariest game for me for the Philadelphia Eagles in the playoffs. This Packers team is a very valid team. However, without Christian Watson, we saw Jaden Reed's ability to put up a donut in big-time games. We saw it on the holiday games. I mean, I don't know. They're going to need a lot. Huff's boy Tucker Kraft is going to have to step up onto the scene too and get the job done. I like the Eagles though this week. I got them on the money line though. I think it's going to be a lot closer than we think. Some people are saying Tucker Kraft ultimate glue guy TD today. I do like that take as well. Jacobs and Kraft are my touchdown scorers for the Packers. Meanwhile, I think it's AJ Brown automatically. Not enough being said about him. One of the best receivers in the league, best receiver in this game right here, along with Saquon Barkley find the end zone there. And there's going to be a lot of field goals going both ways. Maybe Saquon for 2. But Huff, are you looking at his total yardage today? I know it's always sitting up around 120, 130 yards, but I think he's able to do it.
Saquon, you mean?
Yeah.
I don't know. I hate betting those high props. Obviously, we saw Henry do it yesterday with how that offensive performance he had in the first half. They were running all over us. I don't see a similar scenario here. I think the Packers can kind of hold their own, at least early on, make you have to sweat that out. But Saquon's big playability, he can break a 40, 50-plus yarder at any point. I do like your point about Tucker Kraft. I was looking at him. I liked his odds on the anytime touchdown to get in for the Packers as a nice little value play. I don't believe he's scored in the past few weeks, so look for him to get back involved in the mix. Mackie, I think this will be a game. I just think in the end, maybe what's 45? Where do they think it's going to be sitting? I'll take 26-20. Just goes over.
Huff is playing right into Vegas' hands. He's like, they cashed that over by a point there.
This is one of those games, though. I mean, that's like a perfect score prediction, I think.
I like Johnny's take here with Barkley 2 touchdowns.
20, or is it 26-21 and the Packers cover? You know what I mean? Like by the half point? I don't know.
Mackie, we got another Cowboys fan in the chat here saying, Cowboys fan here, go Pack, go. Are you riding that train too after getting mollywopped by the Pack last year in the first round?
I mean, I don't really care who wins this game, to be honest. Obviously, I'd rather see the Packers win, but at the end of the day, I hate the Packers too.
Would you, or would you rather see the Eagles lose in heartbreaking fashion? Because I know what I'm hoping for them.
No, I would love Belt to add. I would love like a 40-point Packers win for sure. I don't care if it's heartbreaking or not.
Especially after that.
I think that I think the Eagles will probably win this game. I think the Packers will keep it close. They'll probably cover a spread here. I could obviously see them winning this football game. But late game, Jalen Hurts just gets the job done. You've seen it how many times? You've seen like 11-minute drives to end a game like 3
Rest
times.
versus Russ with him. Obviously, he's been dealing with the concussion, but like he hasn't played in 3 weeks?
Yeah. He could also be a little rusty because of that. I don't really.
But this team is such a Jekyll and Hyde team sometimes too. That's the other thing. Like, and now you have to work Jalen Hurts back into the system. Like, hopefully he hits the ground running and he's the same quarterback everybody expects him to be.
Well, he is the system. You don't really have to work him.
Yeah, but if he's able to sit back and get a clean pocket today, that's going to be a big thing. The Eagles have that O-line with a lot of guys that go to the Pro Bowl year in and year out. If they're able to sit back and have that Saquon Barkley early run game going, which I'm expected to do, then I'm going to go with Jalen Hurts to get going. It's not hard to get back inserted to this offense when you have AJ Brown, one of the most uncoverable receivers in the NFL. And oh wait, they have Heisman Trophy winner Devontae Smith also running alongside them. It's not that hard to get going. They have weapons galore. Nick Sirianni doesn't even have to be that good of a coach to get the job done here. And like I said, people are writing off this Eagles defense. I don't know why. It's one of the best defenses in the league, and they're going to shut them down today. I like the Eagles to get the win today. Don't know if they cover here. I'm not really taking that spread. However, I like the Eagles to win this game. Chat is very split on this one. We have people anti on both sides. They're like, oh, we like the Packers here. Packers on the money line. Other people like Eagles by a lot. Chat's so split. A lot of people split on this game. One of the most contested games of the year, in my opinion. But I think
this should be the NFC Championship. Like, really.
Guys just writing off the Lions here.
The Lions, the Vikings, Baker Mayfield.
I like the Packers a lot. I don't know why you people don't.
The Lions beat them twice this year. So
yeah, but it was close. Like both games were really close. Like that's why this Packers team can hang around. And if the Eagles come out and they don't play the same football that they do in the regular season, I mean, this is a team that can punch you in the mouth and knock you right out.
Hoss, we just got a big one in the chat right here from Kai, and he goes, no one's stopping the Ravens. I'm going to be honest. Jesse had the Steelers stopping the Ravens. Huff had the Steelers stopping the Ravens. Mackie had the Steelers competing with the Ravens.
Look at my bracket. I have the Ravens.
Yeah.
He just takes any chance because I gave the Steelers a little hope, and he's just like, yeah, Mackey's all over the fucking Steelers. He's basically a yinzer. No,
Mackie, can you say sorry to Lamar Jackson? Can you say sorry to Lamar Jackson and Derrick Henry?
next
No,
week,
he
yes,
said he needs
beat
one
the
more
Bills.
game
I'll
like
say
that.
sorry.
He said that last night.
Yeah, I said Lamar Jackson had a
No,
near
but say
perfect
it
game
to the
last
chat.
night.
The
I'm
chat
not
wants
saying
to
it.
hear
I'm
you
not-
say it. They
I'm not
want you to
giving in
say
yet.
it.
I want to hear him say it. I
I'm
want
not
to hear him
giving in
say it.
yet.
Definitely. I'm waiting for it.
Nope, next week. Beat
All right,
Josh
good.
Allen.
Can't wait. That was a great one, though. I'm glad you liked it, though, Mackie. I'm happy you enjoyed that game.
Listen, Lamar played near perfect yesterday. I will say
It's
that.
really scripted though. We're like, they can't go down big deficit to start the game. Boom, 21-0.
21-0.
All right, we'll
Oh,
move
that's great.
into Sunday night football. We have the Washington Commanders heading to Tampa Bay to take on the Bucs. Bucs are a 3-point favorite. Over under at 50.5. Commanders money line is plus 135. Bucs money line is minus 160. I cannot get a good read on this game. I have no clue which side I'm going to go to. I probably will end up avoiding it and just take a couple props on this game. I maybe like Jaden Daniels to run one in. I think he's going to try to do a lot with his feet, maybe too much at points. I think this Bucs rushing defense is going to contain Brian Robinson, Austin Eckler, whoever's going in the backfield for the Commanders. Jeremy McNichols, he's had some touches for them as
Jeremy
well.
McNichols.
I like this Commanders team to hang around. I think the Bucs could get the win. I wouldn't be surprised either way. I'll probably be taking some props on this game. I like Mike Evans' receptions. I like Jaden Daniels to get in the end zone. I'll probably look at a couple more on the anytime touchdown there, but this is the one game where I could truly
I'm
flip
hyped
a
for this
coin
one.
and ride whichever way it goes. But Mackie, which way are you going? Another division rival for you with these Washington Commanders in the playoffs at Tampa Bay. Who are you going with here?
Yeah.
Can I just jump in here first because I'm so excited about this football game.
Yeah,
I'm
go.
wearing
You're gonna have the
I'm wearing the state of Florida hat on my head. I'm wearing the red. It's Tampa Bay Buccaneers all day. Baker Mayfield. We got Kyle Coughlin in the chat. Shout out to the Browns. He's all over him too because he knows Baker Mayfield is that guy. They should have kept him. He was drafted for that reason. He's down there in Tampa Bay taking over from Tom Brady, doing exactly what he did down there. First quarterback in Buccaneers history to throw for over 40 touchdowns since the great number 12. And he's got Mike Evans healthy. They got him over a K, and they're ready to go. It's going to be a shootout today, like the chat's saying, over 50 points. Yeah, Jaden Daniels good. Yeah, Cliff Kingsbury's good. Yeah, Bobby Wagner's got the defense going. However, Baker Mayfield's got that swag. He's got that aura. He's going to be firing all day long. Did we forget they also have Jalen McMillan with his guns on the first down? They got Bucky Irving, 2 non-first-round rookies that have made an immediate impact. I've got the Buccaneers to be rolling all day long and put up over 30 points. In a nice win, it could be tight, but they're going to cover the spread. Buccaneers, Mike Evans, Baker Mayfield, Bucky Irving, take it all. Mackie, here you go.
Yeah, I mean that's all I really had to say. You kind of just you said exactly what I was thinking. I think rookie quarterback again going into a pretty shitty environment. I think Baker Mayfield's been here before. He's going to get the job done. Mike Evans, Bucky Irving is really the X factor here. I think he finds the end zone at least once. Washington defense is not going to be able to step up, and I think the Bucs defense will. I think they're going to get a few stops, make Jaden Daniels a little rattled, make him turn the ball over once or twice. It's going to be the difference maker here. I got the Bucs by 2 possessions.
Hey, chat right here saying first Bucks QB since Brady. That wasn't that long ago. No, he's the only other QB in Bucks history besides Tom Brady to throw for over 40 touchdowns. Hoss, take it away.
Yeah, honestly, I agree with everything you said too. This Buccaneers team's great, and they're playing good football. They've been here before, and I think Baker Mayfield's been obviously playing the best football of his career. Got a lot of people going. Obviously, firing up Jalen McMillan. Probably put him on my card, and obviously that Mike Evans touchdown as well, and Bucky Irving. Like I said, so there's 3 touchdowns right there. And I don't think this. And you're talking about rookie quarterbacks going into a hostile environment. Obviously, Tampa Bay is not known to be the craziest place to play, but also a rookie quarterback
Raymond
just in the
James.
postseason whatsoever. I mean, it's going to be a tough time for him to really. Obviously, like you said, he's going to have to put his Superman cape on. Let's see how big that thing is, but I don't really think it's going to be a big one for the Commanders today. I think they're going to obviously get their feet wet, and then probably take this into next year with some great experience. Obviously, going into the playoffs in their first year with Jaden Daniels, but it's going to be too much in the end. And I think Baker Mayfield's going to move on to the next round, and I think he has a chance to see the Green Bay Packers in the NFC Championship too.
Yeah, we have a lot of people in chat here on Bucks -3. That's what I'm on. However, there's some people saying Jaden Daniels run wild. Huff, do you like Jaden Daniels to get his feet moving? I know you're on the Commanders here to get the win, and rightfully so. They've had a strong season. Dan Quinn's coached them well. Cliff Kingsbury, one of the best offensive minds in football. They have Terry McLaurin on the outside. Olamide Zacchaeus stepping up. Zach Ertz looking like a former self there. Not too slow on that running game, but the defense with those young guys on the outside. They brought in Lattimore. We know he gets in Mike Evans' head. Along with those young guys on the outside. I know I can't pronounce some of their names, so I'm going to save you from butchering that. But Bobby Wagner really turned around that defense. They're playing strong huff. Give us some keys to the Commanders to get the win today.
I mean, this Bucks team, you got to get to Baker. Obviously, this Commanders team, they're not known for their obviously defense. I'm kind of just betting on them solely with this connection. McLaurin, Jaden Daniels. I expect Jaden to have a little bit better of a performance than most people are anticipating. Like I said, though, I wouldn't be surprised if the Bucks win this game. I'm probably not going to pick a side in this one. At least on a gambling pick here, at least on the spread. I could see it go either way. It's a tough place to play, like Mackie said. Raymond James, and then also I think if the Bucks rush defense shuts them down, he's going to be slinging it around, and then we're going to have to see how that goes. That could go either way. I think this is going to be a good matchup. As far as an over/under on the game, I can't even really get a good read on this game. I do lean on the over. What's this first half set at? Let me see, 24.5. That's always one of my favorite ones.
Oh, I love that.
I'll probably take that under there on the first half. That's kind of what I'm leaning towards. I'm trying to find what Mike Evans is set at for his reception prop here today. So give me 1 second. Here.
Selvin Santos coming in with a banger. Plus 3.5 you in the money line to you. He's all over the commies here. Wellesley, welcome to the chat. Who you got? 3 of us are on the Bucks here. Huff's on leaning on the Commanders. He doesn't know if he's going to card it. Chat, let me know if any of you are actually putting some dough on those Commanders on the money line today. I know Baker gets loose with the football sometimes, but he's going to be slinging it all day long. You talk about
also like McLaurin over 4.5 and Evans over 5.5.
Yeah, look for the superstars to get the ball a lot. I think there's going to be a lot of touchdowns throughout. I think there's going to be a lot of scoring. I think the Bucks might try and slow the game down at first with Bucky Irving or Rashad White. They have that running back room that's nuts, in my opinion. Cade Otton, let's see if he's a go today. But Huff, did you find that stat from Mike Evans today? What are you looking at there? What is yards prop looking at?
Let me see. He was set at 5.5 receptions. Let me do the yards here.
Someone asked about Mike Evans' first half TD. I would just go with the full game one.
75.5 yards total for Mike Evans.
I like him to go over there. I like him to go over.
The other one you pointed out, Zacchaeus. He set at a low 2.5 receptions. That could be interesting.
Yeah, I mean he's been having a nice little resurgence here, especially in the late weeks. I had him to hit first touchdown a few weeks ago. He hit it for me. That was a crazy odds boost. However, he's been finding the end zone left and right. Good little rapport going with Jaden Daniels. I think one sneaky play here is a Zach Ertz anytime touchdown. We saw him go to him when time gets tough. But yeah,
safety blanket.
It's going to be a great one here. Yeah, we talked about the Bills and Broncos game earlier. A lot of people on the Bills here to win the game. Some people on the Broncos to cover. We think that one's going to be really tight throughout. How much yards for Bucky Irving? One thing I'd be worried about with Bucky Irving is the yardage props there. I never really take those because they get Rashad White going too, who would be an RB1 in a lot of other spots. If he gets hot, they ride the hot hand.
89.5 for Bucky Irving.
Yeah, that's a lot of yards there. I mean, I like Bucky Irving to find the end zone more than I like his yardage.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
Give me Bucky Irving, goes Angel on hell.
Yeah, but I think that will be a good matchup as we move into Monday Night Football with our only game on Monday night with Minnesota facing off against the Rams. Rams are a 2.5-point dog now, over under at 48. Rams money line plus 120. Vikings minus 145. Obviously, this game will be played in Glendale at the Cardinals Stadium. Due to the fires in LA, they had to move this game, so no home field advantage for the Rams. Go into a division rival stadium. This is obviously kind of threw a twist into things. I'm going to ride my original pick of the Rams. I think this offense is going to be a little bit kind of get rolling. You haven't seen Cooper Kupp do much over the past 4 weeks. You haven't. Obviously Nakua and Kyron Williams kind of handle their own. Stafford, he knows how to win in these kinds of games. Sam Darnold does not. I'm going to take the better quarterback to come out on top. Give me the Rams on the money line, plus 120. We're going to end things off with an underdog win. This Rams defense has been playing way better than anyone wants to give them credit for. They let up like 9, and 6 points in 3 of their last 4 games. This Vikings team is very good. I'm not going to knock them like that. I think Jefferson gets his. Jordan Addison gets his. Obviously, I'm just not so. I can't bet on Sam Darnold in a playoff game. We saw it last week, basically in a playoff game against Detroit. Puts up a fucking goose egg in the end zone. Turnovers on downs after drive after drive, trying to play their opponent's game. Give me the Rams here. Sean McVay is going to drop a masterclass to stop Sam Darnold. I don't think it's going to be too difficult for them. Give me the Rams on the money line. Mackie, I will introduce you here on this one.
Yeah, I mean, I would have liked the Vikings, but you see a performance like Sam Darnold had last week. I mean,
that's a whole different game, though.
Listen,
It's a
The
playoff
Lions
game.
and the Rams are very, very
it's a
different
very different
teams.
game, but it's not like he didn't have the reads there. It wasn't like it was
Mackie,
mass
Glendale,
coverage.
Arizona, or Detroit? What's tougher to play in on the road?
But it's not what I'm saying. I'm saying like he had open reads in the end zone. He had first reads that he was just missing. He couldn't find anything in
You
the end
saw
zone.
ghosts.
Nerves got to him. That's the only thing you could say is nerves got to him. You're playing in a playoff game now, which is even more nerves.
No nerves against the Rams, though, I don't think.
Why is there no nerves?
He's never started a playoff game.
Weak defense, weak defense, weak
You could say he's
defense.
28 years old, but yeah, this is literally almost. You could say this is his rookie season. It's his first good season he's had. He's got all the weapons and everything. He goes into that game against the Lions, probably the biggest game of his career at the moment,
And puts up
and
a
he
dud.
lays an egg. He gets five possessions inside the 5-yard lines, 0 touchdowns in the game.
And I actually think this is a bigger game than that
With
was.
all those
obviously.
weapons,
I think
Matthew, that's
exactly
crazy.
that's what I'm saying.
The
Listen,
Detroit
Rams-
Lions are
the
a
Rams-
much better defense. Aaron
Rams
Glenn is
defense
getting
is-
those coaching jobs because of how good he's
The Rams
coached up this
defense is not the Lions defense. I'm not saying that. I just think he's gonna have another struggle game. I think he's gonna have to rely on Justin Jefferson a little more. You got to give him the ball though. You can't overthrow him. You got to actually throw him the football. He doesn't even look his way 90% of the time. And I think Matthew Stafford's been here before. He has a Super Bowl. That offense is too good to not perform. And if you're looking at a scenario where Sam Darnold has to keep up with that offense, it's not going to happen. So I'm gonna go with the Rams
but
here.
one thing that we haven't talked about here is how good that Vikings defense is getting. Also, welcome to Juice. Yeah, we talked about that game earlier. Like the Eagles get the W.
The
So
Lions
back
lit
to-
him up last week.
So back to this game. The Lions didn't light them up. If you watch the game, at
Sure.
the end of the game, Jahmyr Gibbs started popping off and getting those late runs. But throughout the game early, it was super tight throughout the whole first three quarters.
It's a 4-quarter game. It doesn't matter when they started lighting him up. They
It
scored
doesn't matter
30.
if they do it with
They
30
scored
seconds.
31 points, I think. 31.
Regardless, throughout the year, they weren't able to get anything going. It was just a Jahmyr Gibbs masterclass. And I think that the offense in that game was getting rolling, and the Vikings were shook on offense. I don't think that's going to be able to happen here. I think it's a less pressured spot here going up against the Rams. I think the Detroit Lions team is the best team or second best team in football right now. Them and the Chiefs are up there. That's why they earned that 1 seed. They also played in a hostile environment against a team that they had seen twice on the year, right? They had already seen the Vikings earlier. They knew what they were going to come with. They're ready. They locked up. Amik Robertson played against Jettison High School, locked them up. I like the Vikings get the job done here. Kevin O'Connell, Brian Flores didn't put in this work all season to have coach of the year for O'Connell, comeback player of the year for Darnold, just to go home in the first round. I like the skull here to get going this week. The offense can't stay quiet again. Too good with Hawkinson, Jefferson, Addison, Jones, Naylor, Akers. Darnold, comeback player of the year. I think he comes back in the playoffs and plays like his former self here. I think they're able to get points on the board, and that defense led by Cam Bynum has been lights out. They got the turnovers against one of the best offenses in the league last week, the Detroit Lions. They put their team in successful field position that they were not able to capitalize on. I think this week they do capitalize on it. The one thing that I'm the most worried about is what dance Cam Bynum is going to be doing in the end zone after he gets turnover after turnover against Matthew Stafford. It makes him wish he was retired
Also,
this year.
think about who we're talking about here, the Vikings. Historically, how Vikings would it be to win 14 games in the regular season and get kicked out first round, lose to Daniel Jones in the playoffs? They have the most regular season wins in NFL history without having a Super Bowl. This is what they do. They're a regular season team every year in, year out. The script is right there for them again this year. I think that they lose this game.
Yeah, we always speaking from
Definitely
the Steelers
plays into
fans.
their favor this game not being at SoFi. I will say that.
Agreed. And even if it wasn't SoFi,
but-
that's not even a home field advantage.
Yeah, it's the same
For
thing.
the I think for the Rams it is. It's not the Chargers.
Yeah, but even regardless of the home field advantage, it's tough to not even be in your own dome, in your own building. The fact that they have to go travel now after they earn that home game, and now you can't even play in your own building. Tough one. Shout out to LA. Hopefully everything's there. Got my prayers up for that whole city and that whole state. Hate to see stuff like that. But back to this game here, I do think Jettis and Addison get going here. They're going to get going. That defense, Huff, one thing we've talked about all year, you've talked about it with your Steelers. Defense wins championships. If you have a good defense, you can hang in games. And the Vikings have the much, 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 much better defense here. Both teams have offense all over the field. The Vikes are a gritty team. I expect them to win this one and get going back on to Detroit and give us that marquee matchup there. Campbell and O'Connell said it. They're going to see each other again, and I bet you they do. I got the Vikings. I'm going to skull all day long. This is going to be a great one. Monday Night Football. I expect the over here as that offense for the Rams should be able to get some of theirs against the tough defense. But, Hoss, let us know which way you're leaning. 2 for the Rams, 1 for the Vikings. What's your thought?
It's funny because when I was making my bracket, this one was probably the hardest one for me to pick because, like you said, we've been betting this Vikings team all year long, all these props, all these great players. But for some reason, like Huff and Mackey said, after that game against the Lions, it scared me into what this team can really do in terms of getting them to the promised land. Obviously, Sam Darnold has been playing pretty decent football this year, but this is a different game. Like you said, this defense has been playing great, but this LA Rams team is a team that's already won a Super Bowl with not that many different weapons on offense. I mean, you have Puka Nacua playing great football, Kyron Williams, Matt Stafford, all being at the top of their game, and I think they hit their stride at the right time. I really think this is going to be too much for the Vikings to handle. Like I said, I don't think Matt Stafford's going to be looking to do too much with the football. I don't think he's going to be getting loose with it at all. But I really think Sam Darnold, like I said, I had the Vikings in there, and I actually took them out. I deleted it. I was like, you know what? Got to give me the Rams. They've been there before. I think they'll do it again. Going to take the Rams here in this one, unfortunately. Shout out Chance Galucci in the chat. Sorry about that one.
You guys are crazy. I'm with Kyle Coughlin here. Lions are kind of the best team in football. Vikes have one bad game. Vikes recover and flourish. I don't even think it's close. You guys think it's going to be a close one for the Rams. I think it's a skull blowout. I got the Vikings here by a lot of points. Give me an alternate spread, -9.5, whatever it is. They'll cover it.
To say the Vikings have a way better defense is kind of crazy here. Vikings
They played a
averaging
much tougher division too.
19.7 points per game. Rams 22 points a game. Yards per game.
What about turnovers?
Vikings are letting up 340 yards a game to the Rams 350 yards a game. Turnovers, Vikings are averaging 1 to the Rams 0.8.
How many total turnovers though on the season?
I just have averages. I don't have totals.
Gotcha. Yeah,
Well,
but still, I think there's more playmakers on the Vikings side of the ball too. That's the other thing that I'm going to go with. Their secondary is a little bit nicer. I just think
I agree. If we're talking defense here, I'm taking the Vikings over the Rams any day. But I just think the Rams
I
offense.
think the Rams are just beneficiaries of being in one of the weakest divisions in football this year.
You don't think the offense is good?
No, I
Is that
do
what
think
you're
the
saying?
offense is great, but I think the
offense is
defense
great.
is so weak. One
I
guy that
agree
you
with
guys
that, but-
haven't mentioned either, I've said it on pod, I think the last 2 weeks, but the reemergence of Tyler Higbee for that Rams offense is really nice, especially in the red zone. Their depth wide receivers are actually pretty good too. I believe it's DeMarcus
Wandale
Robinson.
Robinson has great game, or Demarcus Robinson has great games too.
Yeah,
but-
Wandale Robinson's sitting on the
Yeah, I
couch in
forgot.
New York
Yeah,
like
my
you,
bad,
Mackie,
yeah.
watching this one. But I'm going with Jefferson. He's hitting the gritty all day long. You're going to see Vikings money line on the card. You're going to see Jefferson anytime touchdown. Maybe even a 2-unit play on the Vikings here. That's how confident I am in here to keep it going.
Nuts.
I think they
Wow.
got this one locked in the bag.
Wow.
Yeah, that's my.
You just
favorite
love
one
the
here.
Vikings though too. You always have. You love the
History
Vikings.
repeats, Ace.
Hey,
Jettas.
all I know is we saw some 2Us yesterday. I'm gonna make sure mine hits. I've been telling you guys the script already for the playoffs, and I'm not changing it today. Also, golf. Welcome back to the chat. Sorry, you had to
Golf,
endure that
the whole
tough one.
sport.
The whole sport. Russ, in fact, did not turn up yesterday with the crying.
Yeah, how do you
emojis.
like that
GG,
golf? What about that like yesterday? How'd you do on the book yesterday, golf?
Yeah.
Don't worry, spring's coming around. I'll be golfing soon.
guys. Can you whale play? Cogs is riding with me. Are you forgetting the Rams beat the Vikings without a full squad? Yeah, but the Vikings are going to be ready to go. I got the Vikings here. Give me it.
You
Come
love
on.
the Vikings. You
Yeah,
got your
'cause
boy
they're
Brian
good.
Flores.
They're good. If they
like-
were in any other division in football, their stats would be way better.
Next
They would
head
have way
coach,
more. Think about it.
you
If they
and
didn't have
Tony
to play
Senior
Lions
think
twice
that
a year.
you and Tony Senior think that Brian Flores is such a great coach. Like,
He
I
is.
mean, he is, but
He
like,
is.
I don't think this defense is going to be able
All
to
right,
shut out.
Ravens fans, settle
I don't
down.
think
Just
they're gonna
because
be
you got the
shutting out the
Steelers in the
Rams.
first round doesn't mean you're all high and mighty. Got the first
I am
round
high and
bye
mighty.
without getting the
I'm
bye.
doing good. How are the Patriots right now?
They have a much better pick than you're going to have when you lose next week.
I
to
don't
the
care
Bills.
about that at all. Don't worry about that. I'm just worried about the next team we're going to play. We're sitting back. This is a great week.
Guess
for
who
me.
else is sitting back? We're getting ready to go back to back to back. Patrick Mahomes, also why I'm wearing red. Come on now.
Yeah, that's why. Yeah, okay. Pat Mahomes. He takes off the Brady jersey, puts on the Mac Jones, takes off the Mac Jones, puts on Drake
Mac
May.
Jones is great.
Drake May's out. Now he's going to put on his Mahomes hat again.
Yeah, I mean, hey, what are you going to do? All I do is take winners here, just feeding the winners. Chat might want to ride with me. We were riding it yesterday. We were hitting it well. Mackie and I are looking to stay perfect in our brackets. In case you missed it, go check out our Instagram where we have perfect brackets to date, and they're going to stay perfect today.
Absolutely. We have three games on the slate today, 1 o'clock, 4:30, and 8. And then obviously tomorrow with Monday Night Football. Make sure you're staying tuned to our social media at hitthebooks.pod, hitthebooks_pod on Twitter. Let us know what you're going with. Any gambling questions you have, fire them away in the chat before we sign off here. But any other plays you guys want to get out
Yeah,
there? on the
boys,
screen
let's
before
go
we
over it.
sign
Let's
off?
go over it. We got 4 games we talked to. Favorite anytime touchdowns. Chat, let me know your favorite anytime touchdowns from all the games here. Mackie, we'll start with you, Mackie. Who are you looking to find the end zone automatically today?
Kyron Williams. Oh, that's tomorrow. Never mind. My bad.
You can count that one.
Give me Jalen McMillan. He's been a
Wow.
dog.
Love that.
He's been a
He'll
dog. You're
stole
gonna get
one.
good odds on him.
Dang,
I
for
think
a
I
first
think
down.
Baker looks for him a lot because Mike Evans gets double, triple teamed over there. So give me Jalen McMillan to get in the end zone. I also like Bucky Irving. I think the Bucks running it up.
Wow, let's go, Mackie. Let's go, Florida. I'm on James Cook and Josh Allen. Those are my two favorite ones. I like Saquon to find the end zone as well. I like Mike Evans, but I'm not going to argue with you. McMillan and Bucky Irving touchdowns. For losing teams, I do think Jacobs finds the end zone. For the Broncos, I don't know. Maybe Sutton, I guess. But I like Josh Allen and James Cook. Those are my two favorite ones. Of course, Saquon as well. Huff, who are you looking at for an automatic touchdown here? Maybe even a value one, too, if you see any.
I was going to say mine's not much. I don't know if the odds are great, but I'm trying to pull it up here. I'm taking Saquon minus
got him.
160. I think his first playoff game with the Eagles, they're going to force feed him at the goal line with the concussion to Jalen Hurts. I don't think we're going to see too many forced design runs, especially down near the goal line where you're guaranteeing that impact. Give me Saquon anytime. I also like the first at plus 450.
Any other games you're looking at, Huff? Anybody else you think gets in from these other three?
Ugh, I like your James Cook pick. I'm always big on
Yeah,
James
you put
Cook.
me
I
onto
think
that earlier in the year.
Yeah, I think he could be a good force today for them. I like the first there as well, but obviously similar situation with the Eagles and Bills. The running
Josh
back
Allen.
quarterback duo both like to run it in at the goal line. So
Is
be
it a
wary
bad
of
play
that.
to go both games? Josh Allen and James Cook, Saquon Barkley, Jalen Hurts. You could go 4 for 4 even. I think worst case you go 2
I might
for
just
4.
parlay Cook and Barkley anytime.
That's not a bad one. Mackie, you talked about Josh Allen scampering in with his own feet. I like him to get the anytime touchdown golf. I like that one too. Mims Jr. from Philip in the chat.
like
That's
Mims.
That's a great
I like
sneaky
Mims.
play right there. He's been hot lately too. Hoss, what are you thinking for anytime touchdowns today?
Put on the cheese hat. Give me Josh Jacobs. I'm so excited to take him in this one. He's going to be my favorite play of the day. I really think he's going to be relied on heavily in this game for the Packers. I think he's going to help them get to the promised land into the next round.
Patriots get Mike Vrabel.
That's so hype. There we go, boys. The Pats dynasty is back. Drake May, Christian Gonzalez, Mike Vrabel. Bring back Josh McDaniels while we're at it. What the hell? I heard they were interviewing Robert Saleh
want him?
potentially as well. Oh yeah, Hoss. Remember 6 Super Bowl rings? You ever heard of that? 6 Super Bowl rings in 20 years.
Yeah, what has
High
he
in the
done since then?
He's not a
Tear
head
apart
coach. We
two
know that.
franchises.
Yeah, he's not
Yeah,
a head
what?
coach. We already know he's not a head coach. You put him at the OC position, he's great. But back to some other touchdowns. People in the chat saying Zach Ertz for show. I love that one too. Some great value on it. Zach Ertz touchdown. Terry McLaurin, that's not a bad one. I think in the Bucks Commanders game, you could take a lot of people. You can take Evans, you can take McMillan, you can take Irving, you can take McLaurin, you can take Zacchaeus, you can take Ertz. Meanwhile, in that Eagles game, I like Brown and Saquon. I like Josh Jacobs. I like maybe a Tucker Kraft. For the Bills, I like Josh Allen, James Cook, maybe Cortland Sutton. And then for the Vikings, it's got to be Jettis, Jones, Addison, and then probably Kyron and Puka as well. Actually, I'm going to go Cooper Kupp. Puka gets the yards. Cooper Kupp gets
Higbee?
No Higbee. No, I know it's going to be close. I mean, that game could go over too, so you can take anybody's. Hey, at Duck Entertainment, love to see it. Love to see it. Love the follows. Love the sponsorships. Loves the bits. Donate to the chat as well. Love to see it. Jesse, our producer, is going to get in contact with you, get you the latest on that, on how to support the boys. Any support we can get, definitely appreciate it. Doing it for you, for the people, giving you picks left and right. Go follow us. Huff, let them know where to follow us and what they can find there.
Yeah, hit the books.pod on Instagram, hit the books_pod on Twitter. Catch all of our free plays, NFL, college basketball, NBA, NHL. So unless you guys got anything else.
Last thing, Huff, I want to put together a parlay for the people. Let's put together a 4-leg parlay for the people. They're asking for it. We'll answer the bell.
Touchdown. There's my leg.
Huff's got the Saquon. I'm going to go Josh Allen anytime touchdown.
We're going to do what we did last time.
you
Two two-leggers. Those actually hit, and when you hit one, lose the other, you still profit.
Hoss I can tell you who it's going to be for him, but Hoss, let us know why Josh Jacobs is your anytime touch.
Give me Josh Jacobs. Derrick Henry 2.0.
Give me Jalen McMillan. Get the odds up there.
So you heard it here, folks. Jalen McMillan and Josh Allen, and then we have the running back parlay of the new toys in the same game. We got Josh Jacobs and Saquon Barkley. If you parlay all four, you're getting some good odds. If you go 2 and 2 like us, I bet you at least hit one. Let's go Allen and McMillan, Barkley and Jacobs. It's going to be a great one here. Love you guys tuning in. Thanks for coming here. We've been doing great today. Vrabel to the Patriots just made my day. We got some great playoff football. The boys have been cashing tickets left and right in the college basketball world, like Huff said. Go fucking follow that there. Hockey's been heating up too. NBA, college football playoffs. We got you covered and everything. DM us with your questions, betting, fantasy, shop your books. Have a great Sunday. Thanks to the Lord. We're ready to roll.
Thanks for listening. We'll see you guys next Sunday for divisional round and Thursday for our recap of the wild card and look ahead at the divisional round. Thanks for listening. We'll see you next week.
Catch you.